What's up guys? This is the Tensura web novel chapter 215, Time Accelerated. So without further ado, let's start the fun. Inside the stop time, three people were facing each other in a three-way standoff. Guy's sword flickered but was repelled by Chloe's katana. Chloe then sent out a slash with a flowing movement which was repelled by the ice wall that appeared in front of Velzard. The ice wall broke and burst, becoming bullets of ice which poured over Guy and Chloe, but the two people ward all of them off with the weapons they hold in their hands without difficulty. Neither strategy nor psychological warfare had any meaning, it's a world ruled by absolute power. In that situation, the three demonstrated their power, no one conceded even for one step. It was a contest of equal balance. Well, what should I do? Guy thought. Even in the world where the time stopped, Chloe could move calmly. In a world where normal eyesight didn't have any meaning as even the light particles have stopped. In this world where time stopped, the reactions from the energy released is used to perceive the situation. Whether it's heroes or devils, since they were bound by the world's rule, it's impossible for them to act. However, Chloe had transcended that restriction. In other words, this person was a spiritual life form too, that's it. It meant this. Even in the lowest level, she should have become a demigod. A person who reached the domain of God while being in a mortal body. But, in this case, it's convenient. As even Guy would withdraw from fighting against Velzard while protecting Chloe who couldn't move. After all, inside the world where time stopped, even defensive power became zero. Explaining it easily, all of the connections between the inherent energy that a substance has became cut off. In other words, the motion of all substances stops. Everything, even the link between substances and molecular motion. Because it was stopped, when an external force is applied, it will collapse easily. Even if it's a lump of steel, even if it's the world's hardest material, it can be destroyed even by the impact of a gentle breeze. Of course, the same applied even to superior arms. If it's lower than legend class, they have no meaning. Defending a target in such a state, the difficulty is too high even for Guy. Fortunately, Chloe doesn't seem to have any problem in the stopped world. It's dangerous to think so even though she's an enemy, but in this case he appreciated it. He put his worry for Chloe aside for the time being. The current problem was what he should do in this situation. Stopping Velzard's rampage, and defeating Velda. Those became his ultimate goal. His fight with Chloe is an act. Guy's main purpose is to get out from this place. But it's impossible for Chloe to ignore Guy due to the effect of the curse. A very troublesome situation. Even so, for Guy fighting against two people at the same time is not impossible. After all, Guy's ability, that is ultimate skill, prideful Lord Lucider, is the strongest ability. The essence of this ability is complete replication of ability that he saw once. It's one of the reasons why Guy was expecting that birth of the other demon lord's skill. In order for him to be the strongest being, he observed various ultimate skill and taking them as his. In other words, as Guy is analyzing Chloe and Velzard's ability, it's not impossible for him to nullify them. However, for that, first of all, they didn't use their ability. I know Velzard's patience Lord Gabriel, but what kind of ability is envious Lord Leviathan? Beside, that Chloe girl, Rimuru gave a high praise for her, yet she has only shown her swordsmanship till now. That's right, it's important for him to see the ability of the two to analyze it. Even so, Guy believed in his own strength. He faced the two while getting fed up without being careless. It's a bother. Velzard felt unpleasantness as Chloe was able to move in the stop time like it's natural. She intended to stop the time, get rid of Chloe and enjoy a fight with Guy in this world with just the two of them. And yet, Chloe, whom she looked down upon as an inferior human, was able to act in the stopped world where only those who had transcended as supreme being can exist in it. It's an unexpected event for Velzard. Moreover, Chloe was able to fight her and Guy evenly. It became a very unpleasant situation. Despite being an awakened hero, she's more than I expected. Velzard stopped looking down on Chloe. She recognized her as an enemy which she should defeat. In the first place, Guy was strong. Even if Velzard tried to defeat him seriously, she knew that victory would be extremely difficult. Guy could understand the essence of an ability from just a glimpse with his gifted observation eyes. Therefore, all of Velzard's abilities were naturally exposed. It would be impossible to win if she only depends on ultimate skill patience Lord Gabriel. But right now, she had obtained ultimate skill envious Lord Leviathan, she able to see the victory. In that case, she concluded that she need to postpone the elimination of the obstacle that's Chloe. If she exposed her skills poorly, her chance for victory might disappear. She postponed the elimination, but it's troublesome if she's disturbed. She thought so, and released an ability towards Chloe. It's necessary to use Envious Lord Leviathan to deal the finishing blow without it being known by Guy. Therefore, she was using Patience Lord Gabriel right now. Patience Lord Gabriel's ability is absolute defense power. Its essence is fixation. With inherent ability to stop things, it was a very compatible ability with her. Freezing the moisture in the atmosphere, creating an ice wall is also its ability. It was possible even if she didn't freeze only the water molecules particularly and with other molecules mixed, but the result of her valuing the beautiful appearance was only a wall of ice. Thus, you are a hindrance. Please be obedient and stay there. Air wall, atmospheric prison wall. Velzard just solidified the atmosphere around Chloe and formed a prison which couldn't be destroyed instantly. Naturally, for those who could move in this stop time, they didn't need to breath anymore. Chloe didn't die because of this attack, but Velzard had no problem whether she could break free from the prison or not. Velzard only wanted her combat with Guy not be disturbed. But, keen. Such clear sound could be heard. The atmospheric prison was cut open. The atmosphere in the stopped world shook, with the sound of impact accompanying a slash attack. It was already beyond the level of a sword technique. Velzard was astonished in the truest meaning. That's right, hero Chloe. You are also standing in the same dimension as me and Guy. You couldn't be underestimated. A powerful person who supported with experiences and didn't rely on her ability. And like herself, she realized that Chloe hadn't yet shown all of her cards. Velzard glared at Chloe with hatred. Then, like with Guy, I will seriously fight against her seriously. An enemy whom she should defeat. Also, an equal like her too. Velzard accepted the fact and finally became serious. Chloe perceived Velzard's attack and shown a hesitation for a moment. Should I withdraw from the current combat and fight the winner? So she thought. But, unfortunately it was not permitted. Her body spontaneously reacted without being able to go against the order to fight Guy. With her ability, the absolute severance of ultimate skill Hope Lord Sariel. Velzard's ability of absolute fixation was offset by Chloe's absolute severance. Its shape is cut by Chloe's sword technique. In this case, Chloe's power seemed to surpass it, but it was equal in ability. Rather for Chloe, it's an undesirable development because she would expose her skills. Always hold a trump card. Such was Rimuru's teaching that she follow. It's a dependable ability, but it's preferable to use it at the decisive moment. She was warned strictly that when she showed it too many times, countermeasures would be made. In fact, even in the stopped world where she had an absolute confidence, Rimuru shown her his quick adaptation. If it was real combat, there might be a possibility that she would lose some of her mind composure. And, she wasn't surprised at people on the level like Guy and Velzard to be able to exist in the stopped world like it was natural because of that experience. As for Velzard, she possessed energy incomparable to Chloe, as she could stop time for a long time. The duration of time that Chloe could stop is only around several seconds. However, Velzard can easily stop time for more than several minutes without a problem. Obviously, she's a higher existence than me. Chloe recognized the difference in ability clearly. Thus, she prudently waited for the chance. Because she believed that Rimuru would defeat Velda as long as she bought time here. But, a small doubt appeared inside Chloe. It's strange, why did Velzard start by confining me? My action can't go against the order to fight against Guy. If her aim is to defeat Guy, it should be natural to cooperate together. She have a connection with Velda, is she not informed about me? Is it something like that? I don't think that Velzard ignores Velda's words either. If that's so, Velda didn't tell anything about me. Such a thing. She thought that Velda's action was too unnatural based on what she guessed from Velzard's action. Right now I must concentrate on the fight. Chloe forgot the thought. She thought about focusing herself to her katana and sharpened her senses. Guy and Velzard. In front of those two overwhelming higher existences, worrying about something would lead her directly to death. Since the memory retrieval of her ultimate skill spacetime Lord Yog-Sothoth had been sealed off, she needed to face them with other abilities. Time stop didn't have a meaning either. Because in the stopped world, you couldn't stop time any further. Even if you added a stopped world inside a stopped world, there's no effect. It would only lengthen the duration of the stopped time. Since her trump card was sealed off, She couldn't say that she going easy anymore. Chloe made up her mind to stand in this place with all of her power.